Okay, hello everyone, I'm Mika the Shadowbeast, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing a game called Slay the Princess. Look at all these. This game was recommended by my sister. And yeah, so I thought I'd give it a try.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. Oh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What was that? I think the dog just knocked something over. Okay. End of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason he's going to end the world is because he's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la Revolution, silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. So, we're gonna start at the top.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Something under my nail. Oh, that's hideous. Okay. Okay, but how can a princess locked away in the basement and the road? If you don't tell me why she is dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess.
I didn't mean to do that.
The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want specifics. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered... Okay, she's locked in the basement, that's why she's doing it. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, offer Monarch. We'll continue with
The
that
more
one.
specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Okay. Okay, it looks like all the same stuff.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I wonder if I can run it out.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
But why do I want to do my job?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
I mean, they're a
If
person.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Well, princesses can contribute stuff of value too.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Nope.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Because I have the mouse.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Don't we all?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I kind of do, obviously.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies, and the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I want to know the backstory of this princess. What
Then
did she
each
do?
and
Why
every
is
one
she
of us
there?
is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I like the artwork. It's very pretty, sketchy, and I like that kind of look.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade,
You
just
take
in
the
case.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So, did I not come prepared with a knife or something? Because usually people who are out in the forest have something
The
to
door to
protect
the basement
themselves.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So, we're the explorer. We've got a hero with us who I do not see, and we've got a narrator with us who I do not see. Is the guy just standing behind us with a newspaper reading out of it? Hi! Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
she's
princess.
already
There's a
popped
heavy
one of her
chain around her wrist,
things.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't know, she kind of looks plain.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
That
How
one.
about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Now see, that doesn't sound very convincing.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the
No,
blade
she
and
doesn't
talk things
sound
out.
reasonable though.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Oh, I accidentally right-clicked. Okay, yeah, okay. Huh.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
She sounds so done with everything. How... Okay. Yeah, it's pretty awkward, a relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about this? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, enough talk. Okay.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
That's an acquaintanceship, ma'am. That one.
Don't just tell her that.
Why?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That's not very convincing.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am to trust them. That one.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
She said that like it was full of venom.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
See, that doesn't really...
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Too long.
Okay. How would I get you out of here?
Can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Stabby stabby?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
You're looking kind of up for that.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Cut off the
She
arm.
is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I think I'm going to...
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better, or I decide what to do. Okay, we're gonna do that one.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
It does.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
She hasn't
One
in
way
all
or
this
another,
time.
I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Not if I induce Stockholm Syndrome.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the
I
basement.
know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins.
And if no one wins, no one
It's a
loses.
chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Is she gonna
It
stab
won't
me?
be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
Death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
Well, if it's such a big deal, why don't you jump out of the screen and do it?
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
Yes, we can.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold it very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Nothing worse than ignoring someone.
Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once.
She's that hot, you
Paralysis comes
know.
in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Like open an orphanage and live in the woods.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say
that.
better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh shit. Oh, chapter 2 night mail. Wow.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of
And
that
we
cabin
start again.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. We're just gonna turn
This is good.
around and
I
leave.
was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Oh, nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Okay.
That's strange. It looks like this
Oh, that's
path
not what I was hoping for.
also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Right.
Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again. And leave
Really
again.
keen on
Oh,
wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me.
well, I'm
Already
remarkably
outlined the stakes of the
selfish.
situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Well, I came back.
Forever.
Okay. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. And not emotionally blackmailing me into this. Quietly continue down the path.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
He's being so infuriatingly obvious. Keep moving. Don't go in there. He's bound to break eventually.
Is he, though? Okay, there's no fighting this is, though. I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm just gonna keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
I'll survive.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh boy.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
There's the cabin.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Look at them all. This cabin's fucking everywhere.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
But I don't want to be there is the thing. You know, I don't want to be there. I want to leave, which is why I'm trying to leave.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, Healer's back.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
I will climb a tree and jump off of it.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Neat. Okay, to be continued. Nice. What's Scarlet Hollow? Okay, I'm gonna go look at that in a minute. But okay, so that's the end of part 1. And yeah, I will keep playing this game until the game actually comes out. What are you doing under there? Behave. There's a cat under the thing. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you feel like it, but you don't have to. I am going to go check out Scarlet Hollow here and see what that's all about. And I will see you all in the next video. So, goodbye and good night.